Hello and welcome to Jammin Jukebox Radio Show. I'm your host, DJ Delta Dom. So glad to be here with you on this Wednesday. It's hump day, folks, and we are getting that much closer to the end of the week. We're edging along ever so slowly, but it's getting here. It's coming. The weekend is around the corner, and I hope that your week has been great thus far, and that you've got great weekend planned ahead. It's a lot to look forward to, at least. We are so very excited to have our guest this evening. When I first heard his music, I was like, he's just one of these artists where you scratch your head and go, why am I getting his music? He should already be on mainstream radio. I mean, he is that good. And I think when you hear his music a little bit later in the program, you'll understand why I said that just now. But he hails from Mexico City, and he moved to L.A. to pursue music, and he has a forthcoming EP that's going to be released later this year called Born Again. And, of course, I'm one of the lucky few that has had the privilege of listening to it ahead of schedule. And I must tell you, for those of you who follow him and are fans of his, you're in for a great treat when it's released. And so without further ado, I would love to introduce to you now Daniel Sobrino. Hello, Daniel.
Hello. Thank you so
How
much
are
for the
you?
introduction. I'm good. You?
I'm very well, thank you. And I apologize I couldn't jump on the line to say hello before the show started, but we were down to mere seconds. So I had to kind of let you hang out there in orbit, and I apologize. But I'm so glad that you're here.
Don't
Thank
worry.
you for being with us.
No, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Did I say your last name properly?
Yes, you did. Sobrino.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm always afraid I'm going to mess up a name on air, and I hate that, but it happens sometimes. But
No.
I'm glad that I did not in this case, so I'm very glad. Well, I must tell you, as I said in the intro, when I first listened to your EP, I was in amazement. I was like, why am I getting this? He should be on mainstream radio right now, and everybody in the world should know who this guy is, and they should be buying his music by the thousands, the droves. I mean, it really was one of those head-scratching moments for me because I talk to a lot of indie artists, and I get a lot of indie music in, as you can imagine, and you're just one of those exceptions to the rule that I said, well, he's not on the radio, mainstream radio just yet, but it's only a matter of time. I really believe that. And so it's a great EP. You've got a new fan in me. I love this kind of music anyway, but you have a wonderful sound of your music that is just kind of fresh and new and different from what you are hearing on mainstream music.
Thank you so much for your beautiful words. It really means a lot to me. This album is very special to me because it's my first EP, and I've been practically this year and a half working on it and writing and collaborating with my friends and producers. So it's been a great experience, and I just can't wait to share it with everyone. I'm so excited.
Well, talk a little bit about the inspiration behind this album, because to me, when I first listened to the music on it, I was like, this guy, he is so relevant to pop and the dance scene, but the music and the words on your songs, the lyrics are so powerful and so inspirational. I mean, I'm almost thinking it could cross over into many different genres, actually.
Thank you so much. Well, I actually started writing about 2 years ago, and I don't know why I just started writing positive songs. I just wanted to talk about things that happen in this world and just inspire people, because I started writing as well. So when I started writing, I didn't know I had the talent to write and to play piano, and so for me everything was new. And when I started writing, I was like, wow, I can, do all this stuff. And then I started, writing, positive message and just, about, real stuff. But yeah, this album practically, well, the name of the album is Born Again. And I wanted to write about, how music changed my life, first of all. So, Born Again talks about that, how the impact it had, in these 2 years since I moved to L.A., and And just like most of the song have like really specific like message, like Invincible, the one I'm releasing tomorrow, by the way. And it talks about like never letting anyone like put you down and tell you what you can and what you can't do. Like just follow your heart and follow your dreams and go do it. And there is this other song as well called Box, and it just talks about like all the people that take their lives because of bullying and because of being judged in school and everything. And it's something that I went through, and I know a lot of people go through that stuff, but even harder. So I just I just feel good about writing that stuff, and just like, I don't know, so people can relate and enjoy it.
Well, and thank you for writing that kind of music, because I don't think we have enough of it out there, quite frankly. And that was the first impression I got when I listened to your music for the first time, was, wow, how uplifting and positive is this? I mean, and that's what I mean when I said it's very refreshing, because, especially in some musical scenes and genres, you've got a lot of negativity. There's a lot of things that are, that are being sung about and lyrics are written about that also are prevalent in our society. But this is a great positive message for anyone who needs it. And I think it's going to really, not only has it been life-changing for you, music as a whole, it's going to be life-changing for those who hear it.
Oh, thank you so much. That's my main goal, to make people, feel it and change lives. I mean, that's what I do. What I do. If I have the opportunity to write songs and stuff, I think I should do it in a positive way, because there's so many artists out there that just write about like negative stuff and partying and stuff like that, which I don't think it's bad, because I love like party songs and having fun. But sometimes I feel like they have the power to promote like to a lot of people, of such a big audience, and I think sometimes they should just like give like positive message to change people and change the world. So yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more, and that's, and from sitting from this side of the microphone, and like I said, listening to a lot of indie music, that's one of the things I love about indie music and indie artists, is because you guys pour your heart and soul into what you do, and you believe in what you do. You're not just sitting down writing a song for the sake of hoping that it becomes heard and, well-known and you become rich and famous. I mean, you're doing it simply because of the love you have for the craft. And so you really give a lot of thought to what it is you want to project to the listeners. And that definitely comes through as a listener on the receiving end, I believe. And not only that, listeners can really tell that you put your heart and soul into a project like this, just by the end result. And that's why I cannot wait for it to come out and people to be able to buy it and have it, and it's going to be really cool. Which, by the way, do you have kind of a projected release date for the EP?
I haven't set like a specific date, but I'm thinking about in 2 months. Right now, I'm just releasing a few songs, every month, and I'm also working on some music videos. But yeah, I'm super excited. I really put my heart on this album. So yeah, I just want people to listen to it.
Well, and they will, trust me. Now, I must ask you, you are originally from Mexico City, and you moved to L.A. when you were 19. How much of a culture shock was it for you? Had you ever been to the States before? Had you ever been to L.A. before? Or was this kind of all brand new compared to Mexico City?
Well, actually, it's very different. Well, I came to L.A. maybe 4 years ago, just to visit and see, because I came to study here for a year and a half on the Musicians Institute, and I just came before that to see, if to see the school and if I liked it, and I didn't really get to see anything because I didn't stay for that long. But when I moved, that's when I was like, oh wow, here is it's really cool. I mean, everyone's like doing their own thing and no one judged. Like that's the cool thing. Like, and I noticed a lot of stuff that I never noticed when I was living in my country, which is like like they're not that open yet in my country, and you know, it's something I didn't notice until I moved here, and I saw, you know, like gay people walking in the street like grabbing hands and stuff like that in my country is like very shocking, and here it's like so normal, which I love so much. So yeah, I just love that everyone's so accepting here and everybody's doing their thing. So yeah, that's I love that, and I of course like change as well a lot in a lot of point of views. I don't know, I just accept everyone the way they are, and I think that's beautiful.
And it is beautiful because, you know, just now I'm on the opposite side of the U.S. I'm on the East Coast in North Carolina, and I've never had I've been to California, but I've never been to L.A. And, you know, and I know that the music scene out in L.A. is so highly competitive, and it is actually really cool to hear you say, you know, that it's, you know, everybody's really accepting of one another, and, you know, and that it's been well received. I mean, you going out there has changed you, and the people have, you know, have been very accepting, and I think that's really neat because oftentimes I think if you're someone like me who's never been in the LA scene before, you have this idea in your mind that, you know, out there because there's so much competitiveness in the music industry and so many people are trying to make it and they're trying to be heard, that you know, it may not be that welcoming and that much of a reception, but that's really cool. Now, while you've been out there, have you had, I know you've been working with some different people, have you had the opportunity to work with, you know, some of the big names in the business to tweak your music or to give you pointers, or how has it all come about for you?
Well, that hasn't really happened yet. Hopefully it will someday. But,
it will.
But yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I have like all this stuff that I haven't put out, so practically like no one has really heard like my stuff, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, I'm just like looking forward to put this album out and hear the feedback of everyone, and I just, you know, like want to collaborate with different people in the future. Like I have some plans, but I have to be patient and just let everything flow.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that if this album here is any indication of what we can expect from you down the road, it's going to be great. I think you're going to have a great career ahead of you, and I really honestly believe it's only going to take the right person getting, you know, your album in hand to take you and say, hey, we're going to do something with this. It's just a matter of time because you're that talented and you're that good. And and really, I think the music scene needs an artist like you who is promoting a positive message. I mean, that is it is so lacking in our music world these days. And, you know, unless you're in the contemporary Christian scene, it's, you know, you aren't really getting that in the secular music world. So yeah. I think you have a great place in it, and I think you could do some major changing of, you know, you could change it up quite a bit, I believe. No doubt about that. One of the things I wanted to ask you about, because when I found this out, I was like, oh my gosh, this has got to be the coolest thing in the world. But you performed at the A Time to Love event alongside Justin Bieber, Stevie Wonder, and Drake. I mean, three of the greatest in pop, R&B, hip-hop in today's world. I mean, Stevie Wonder is just legendary. How did that happen, and what was the experience like for you?
It was amazing. It was like a life-changing experience for sure. I auditioned for this. First, it was a different event. I think A Time to Love was like after the first event, which was in Christmas, and and it was just it was my first audition ever, so I was like freaking out and I was so nervous, and they just made us sing like one of their songs, and I passed through and I was like, wow, I'm so excited. And then we sang in the Nokia Theatre, and it was just insane. It was amazing. And the first time Stevie Wonder didn't sing with us, but the second time he was playing piano and we were singing, which was amazing. Like being next to him and just like, I don't know, he's a legend. He's amazing, and I love him. So it was amazing. And I shared the stage with so many talented people that I love. So it was so great.
Well, I'm sure that was an unforgettable experience for you, and what a way, to audition, and it be your first audition at that, and then you get picked to be on stage with these legendary performers, and I mean Justin Bieber, himself, he started out on YouTube, and someone just saw his videos one day, and now he's known worldwide, and it just kind of happened for him that way. It was crazy how that all happened. And now he's a household name. And so now you touched on that a moment ago, that you are going to be working on some videos and coming up shortly. Are you allowed to say at this point which songs you're going to be doing videos for?
Yes, for sure. Well, I'm working on The Power of Us, which I already released. And and I just wanted to make something very simple with that song, and I work with my producer Hal Wang and Eric Vergemini, who's the videographer and director. And after this one, I'm gonna work on Box, which I really want to do something so special for the LGBT community and everyone out there. So yeah. I'm excited about that too, and that's awesome. The 2 videos that I'm working on. Yeah.
Well, now was this your, with The Power of Us, was this your first time making a video?
Actually it is. Well, like music video, yeah, for sure. I mean, I've done like covers and stuff, but this was like my first music video, so it's pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah. Now, and from what I understand, that's a whole different ball game from just getting in the studio and performing your music and recording it. I mean, because it requires, some acting and some ad-libbing, and you're still trying to sing and lip-syncing. I mean, I've had some artists say, we actually lip-sync, although the music's going, but, we're having to do all this different stuff. What was the experience of making a video like that for you? Even though, you wanted to keep it low-key and simple, but even still, I'm sure there had to be, a lot that was going on in the midst of it.
It was a great experience. Actually, as you said, it's so different from being in the studio because, I mean, you're not really recording or singing, so it's like a little, like you have to find a way to connect with the song, because I was recording in the beach and, like, I couldn't hear the music that much, but, I was just, like, trying my best to give my all, but yeah, it's very, very different from the studio for sure.
Well, now talk a little bit about some of your musical influences that have kind of, and I guess the question I'm getting at is what made you choose like pop, kind of R&B music as your genre of choice that you wanted to perform?
Well, I listened back in Mexico to a lot of R&B and hip hop. And then when I moved here, I started listening to more singer-songwriters. And now I think my biggest influences are Sia, Regina Spektor, Ryan Tedder, Adele, Emily Sandé as well. I love her. So yeah, like them, they're like my principal, I think, right now. Yeah.
Well, and I love that because, your music, I can tell, is kind of centered around those influences. Not that your music sounds like any of those, but you can definitely tell, where you draw from to make your own sound and your own music. And all of those folks that you just named, I absolutely love. They're phenomenal artists. Adele's one of my favorites, and she's one of the best female voices we've had out there in a long time. And Regina Spektor, oh my gosh, I can't say enough about her. She's just phenomenal. So, but the thing about your voice, when I first heard you, on the EP, I was thinking to myself, you've got so much talent that you could do pop, or you could do, a record along the same vein as, say, Michael Bublé, or, I think you've got some latitude within your talent. I don't think you're ever going to be an artist that is going to be boxed into one genre, because you've got some versatility just from listening to your musical styling and just the way that your voice is. I mean, I think you could kind of do a lot of different things with your craft.
Thank you so much. That means a lot, actually, because I really want to explore. I'm the type of person that I'm always, like, changing, like, with, like, different ideas. Like, one week I'm listening to pop, 1 week I'm listening to dance, 1 week I'm listening to, like, indie. Like, it changed every week. So, yeah, like, I in the future, I really want to do, well, right now I'm working on an EDM project with a friend. That's not, like, the genre I principally do, because I do more, like, piano, acoustic, soulful, but I really enjoy doing dance music as well, like putting, like, the soul on dance music. So, yeah, I really want to expand myself doing other genres, and, yeah, I really enjoy it a lot.
Well, and one of the things that I thought about when I listened to your EP for the first time, I was thinking, this EP, it's perfect the way it is, but if you ever wanted to make like a remix EP of the songs you've already done on this album, I think it would work because they already have that pop feel to them, and to mix them up and give them a little, more of a dance feel, I think would be very doable. And have you given thought to maybe doing that down the road?
Doing a remix for one of the songs of this album?
Yes.
I thought about it of some of the songs, but I don't really know yet. I want to, like, write, like, mainly, like, if I'm gonna write like a dance song, I'll just, like, write on, like, the actual, like, dance track instead. But I would love to, if someone, like, offers me to do a remix of a song, I will definitely, like, say yes for sure.
Well, I hope that you won't turn it down, because I could see you doing a remix of a song, be it your own or someone else's. I just think you have the voice for that as well, and would highly expect it. I expect to hear you in the dance clubs at some point.
Yay!
Your stuff. Now that would be cool. Talk a little bit about. I know you're releasing a song tomorrow, and which song is that again that you're releasing?
Yeah, it's called Invincible.
Invincible, yes, and I like that song, by the way.
Thank
you
so much.
Well, and what are some other things that you've got going on? I know you're releasing Invincible tomorrow. The EP's coming out a little bit later on in the year. So what are you doing right now? Are you performing anywhere?
Right now, actually, I've been writing a lot, so I've been just focusing in, like, writing, and and I'm planning about, like, booking a show about, like, probably next week, and perform, like, some new stuff that I have, because I've been really focusing in writing and getting better at writing, and also working with the producer I told you about, the dance music. I've been doing that as well, so yeah, just, like, being focused in music practically, but I can't wait to perform, because I love it so much that I get very, like, stressed if I don't do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, when it gets in your blood like that, it's really hard. It's like me, being in radio. It would be hard to do anything else, especially when it becomes part of who you are. It's hard not to do it. So, there's not a day goes by that you can't not go do something with it, So, I tell you, I'm excited for your career ahead. I'm really excited for the music that you're putting out. Your EP is absolutely phenomenal. It's actually one of my favorites, and I've been listening to it quite a bit. So it is one of my favorites that I've got, on my iPad right now, iPad rather, and so I'm just really enjoying it a lot. And the thing I love about your album is that it is one of those where every song is equally good. And, you know, I bought plenty of albums in my day where I bought just the one or two songs that were popular or were on the radio or what have you. But yours is a rare gem where every song is, you know, you just listen to it over and over from start to finish, and it never gets old. It's always fresh and new. And I love albums like that because you really get your money's worth, and you're also getting a real treat when you can listen to an album in its entirety and enjoy it. So
thank you
you did a great job on it. You're welcome.
You're so sweet. You're the best. You're like the best.
Well, I
made my
speak
day.
what I know. Well, thank you. I mean, I've listened to music for a long time, and I've been a music lover all my life, and I know good music when I hear it. And I can tell you that, it's like I said, and I'll tell you again, when I first got your music, I was like, why am I getting this? I'm just an indie DJ with an indie music show promoting indie artists. I mean, this guy should already be a well-known household name. I mean, you should be on mainstream radio. And, you know, and I think you will be. I don't have any doubt in my mind that down, you know, in the very near future, we're going to be hearing DJs across this country. You know, Ryan Seacrest, you're going to be in the top 40. So,
thank you so much. You're the best. I love you.
Well, you're very kind. You're very kind. Well, Daniel, I wish you the best of success as you continue forward in your musical journey, and we just look forward to all the great things you've got coming down the pipes for us as listeners, and I look forward to some more great music as time goes on.
Thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate everything you said. It really, you know, always give me inspiration to keep, you know, writing, and, you know, thank you so much. It really means a lot, and I'm so happy.
I think you're definitely, you're so welcome, and I definitely think you're pursuing the right, you know, the right career. You're immensely talented, and the world needs more Daniel Sobrinos to, you know, share music like what you have. So thank you for giving us something new and different and exciting to listen to. It's a real gift. So appreciate you and all that you're doing for the music world.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep writing and, you know, sending all this positive message to the world. Possibly more people can listen to it soon. So, thank you so much for your kind words and being so sweet.
You're very welcome. Please keep funneling anything new you've got, you know, that you have that you're going to be putting out. Just get it to us. We'll be glad to play it and promote it, and so that, you know, our listener base can hear it, and we can keep things rolling for you as best we can, at least. So we're glad to do it.
Yes, I'm super excited. I'll definitely let you know when I release my next single, and I'm super happy to talk to you again. Thank you so much.
All right, that sounds wonderful. We welcome you back anytime, and want to just have a great evening, and we'll be in touch with you again really soon.
Same for you. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care, Daniel.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. What a nice young man, and even a nicer artist. I mean, and I'm going to play his single that's going to drop tomorrow in just a moment. And I'm telling you, when you hear his music, you're going to absolutely fall in love with it like I did. And you will also be saying to yourself, why is he not on mainstream terrestrial radio as we speak? He is that talented, and he is that good, and he's really got a good thing going on. So phenomenal artist. And I just get so excited when I get an indie artist on our show here. I mean, our show is just a little bitty tiny show that has acquired in the last year. We just celebrated 1 year. If you're a first-time listener tonight, just to give you a little background on us, we've been here a year now, and in a year's time, we've acquired 750,000 listeners. And I just get really excited when an artist like this comes on, because I know that they're going to have a great future. I know that at some point we're going to be hearing Ryan Seacrest, you know, they're going to be part of that AP Top 40 countdown, and he's just so immensely talented, and it's just one of the rare gems that if terrestrial radio just, you know, some record producer or some major record label does not pick him up, it's their loss, let me tell you, because he needs to be on a major record label. And so we want to thank Daniel Sobrino for being our special guest this evening. What a great time chatting with him. And so now I want to play a world premiere for you on our show, his single that will drop tomorrow. This is off of the forthcoming EP that will be out later in the year called Born Again, and this is called Invincible.
Keep on running at the speed of light. Keep on rising, don't you ever stop. Don't believe in any word they say. Just trust your heart and let it guide you where the stars shine bright. We can't let no one put us down. Let no one bring us down. We value more than that. We gotta stay strong, strong. Invincible. We are incredible. There's no way that we won't fall. We gotta stay strong, stay strong. Life is life.
From Daniel Sobrino, which drops tomorrow, and it is called Invincible, and it is on the forthcoming EP that will be released later this year, entitled Born Again. So be watching for that. He is so immensely talented. It is not even funny. I mean, I'm still in awe of his talent. It really does play my mind. And I know you probably are thinking the same thing right now. Give you a little bit of background on him, or not background, but a little bit of info on him. If you want to follow him or check him out, you can go to his website, Daniel Sobrino, and that's SOBRINO.com, and he's got a little bit of everything. He's chock full of information. It's got all of his music, photo gallery, how to contact him, and also if you want to follow him on Twitter, you can follow him at Daniel Sobrino, and that's Sobrino, 2 O's on the end there, and you'll be able to stay up with everything that he's got going on as it happens. And one thing I was going to ask him, and I forgot to ask him, in a lot of the pictures of him, he has, really a close-shaved head on the side, and he has Born Again etched in his hair, and it's just really cool. And I think it's a great testament to this album that is forthcoming. So he's a phenomenal artist. Before we wrap, I want to play one more tune from him, and this is his last song that he released off of the album called The Power of Us, that he's currently working on the video for. Can't wait for that to come out. I know it's going to be phenomenal. So anyway, take a listen. This is The Power of Us.
Keep believing that someday the light will bring us back to life and explode the love we have inside. I know this one's gotta change. 'Cause all of us are the ones to blame. Still I believe. Upon this world, I see endless pain and fire and rain. Just like you, I only want to feel love, love, love. 'Cause I know things have gotta change. 'Cause all of us have something to give. If we believe.
Sobrino and The Power of Us. And again, the forthcoming EP is Born Again, and I'm telling you, it is phenomenal. It has 6 songs, and it is absolutely outstanding from start to finish. It is one that you will definitely want for your collection. We will keep you posted on when that drops. And hope that you enjoyed the interview as much as we did. We want to thank Daniel Sobrino for being our special guest this evening as well. And thanks to all of you who tuned in. If you're brand new to our program, welcome aboard. We're always glad to have new listeners checking us out, and we hope this won't be your last time stopping by. Just a couple of notes before we wrap. Our next show will be on Saturday night, and we'll be back with our Indie Artist Showcase. And that song you just heard, Power of Us and Invincible, you never know. We'll probably have them in the mix on Saturday night and showcasing that for all the world to hear. And so tune in for that. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we always play a good mix of music. So it's a really Saturday night house party, really. So check us out and let us know what you think. All right, that is going to do it for our show this evening, folks. Thanks again to Daniel Sobrino for being here with us, and thanks to all of you. We love you. And we will be back here again on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Take care, all. Good night.
Thanks for listening to tonight's show. You can connect with Jammin' Jukebox Radio Show on Twitter at Jammin' Jukebox or on Facebook at Jammin' Jukebox Radio Show. Check out our website at thejamminjukebox.com. Also, follow us on Blog Talk, where you will be always up to date on every episode as we add it. Each episode is available for immediate download upon the conclusion of each broadcast, and as always, on iTunes. Thank you for joining us.